My experience in education when I was a student was not always a positive one, especially in high school. I graduated from Nelson County High School in 2005, and I just recall my experience there being very poor. I wasn't challenged. Um, I wasn't inspired by what was going on in the school. I didn't participate in many extracurriculars, and I was not ready for college when I got there. It was definitely a struggle in college because of the lack of preparation I had in high school. One of the reasons why I wanted to get into teaching was to change the educational system from within, to do the things that I didn't get when I was going through the educational process. I think I have numerous skills and abilities that would lend me to be an effective administrator. I think there's a couple things that I really want to focus on, and one of those is just general enthusiasm I have on a daily basis with students. And I think that would also translate with teachers. The work that I have my students do is focused, it's for a point, and most of the time it's an inspiring um, kind of essential question that I have them working on. And I would do the same thing for the teachers. I would make sure that they realize that their work will be quality work. It's work that they're going to be proud of. And we're going to celebrate you for doing such great work. I also have this care and strict kind of yin and yang that really I think resonates with students, but I think it would resonate with teachers as well. Showing that I actually care for them, um, that I ask them how they're doing, what I can do for them, and really wanting to know them better as a person. I also have high expectations for my students, as I would for my staff, that we have a goal that we need to accomplish. How can we get to that goal would be more of a collaborative measure, though. It's not stick and carrot. It would be a way in which I would get teachers to buy in. I think that's most important for some of my skills and abilities. Um, I know that I fit in the school leadership role because of different things I've been working on so far. Um, One thing that I've learned as the PLC lead for the history department here is how to get teachers really excited for the work that we're doing, how to get people to buy into the structures that I'm putting in place. And most of the time, that's through celebrating people, acknowledging the job they do well, and also giving them feedback on things that they could do better. Um, I also have a lot of experience as being an assistant athletic director at the high school, dealing with parents one on one, dealing with student athletes one on one, getting them to acknowledge the values that we support here at Thomas Nelson High School, such as respect and care, um, and kind of leading other people. And I think I exude that in those areas. Um, for 21st century learners at a school, we need to have teachers that feel the same way. So, really, what pops in a lot of people says when they say 21st century is technology. And I acknowledge that technology is an extremely important aspect today in education. I have Chromebooks in my classroom. Every student has one. I have a Chrome card. They use them daily. And what it does is it allows the kids to be more engaged in the work. I know I would want a staff that would buy into this because they would have to be literate in the same technological world that the kids are. To do that, I have to show the teachers why this is so important, why 21st century learning is so important. I think another piece of 21st century learning that kind of gets slipped through the cracks is this idea of students being able to have academic freedom. And I think that's very much tied in with high levels of student expectations and discipline, which I would expect from my teachers as well. Because the way I look at it is if we have high levels of discipline and expectations for students, they have less time to be off task with their work. If it's unacceptable for students to be talking during the scholar start or bell ringer, that gives them more time to focus on the work. If we find it unacceptable for students to ever put their head down on their desk, it gives them more time to be engaged in the lesson. I would expect the same from teachers, and I think I have the ability to motivate them in that direction. There's two roles in administration at the school level. There's the leader role, and then there's the management role. And those are two different roles, but they both have to be done well. I know as a leader, I would be inspiring and empowering my staff by creating structures where the teachers will find important and will buy into those. Also, creating a work environment where employees feel like their work is important and have voice in decisions made is very important to me. I would always push for collaborative nature in the workplace. Teachers working with administrators, teachers working with teachers directly, and that everything's transparent and open, and the notion that we're all in this together and working together for a common goal. I know as a manager, the other role in this would be, school expenses and budgeting, maintenance of campus, public relations with teachers and maybe at the central office, where to allocate resources once you get that budget, where to put those in the best place. I think you have to do both of those well. As a leader, inspire and lead. And then as a manager, it's really the structure of the school. How do we get it running day to day? And those both need to be done well. An area of need, I think, in my planned program that would be critical to prepare me for success as an admin would definitely be school culture, the school community, and school climate. Without culture in the school, things won't be done well. School culture is an absolute imperative for that. Positive school culture, having students and teachers that feel that they are safe and working toward very important pieces while they're involved in this school is absolutely imperative. In conclusion, we need a school where students are cared for, they're held responsible for their actions, they're inspired, and they're prepared to execute their future story when they leave these doors and when they graduate.